A man woke up in a pretty terrible state. He had wounds on his body in a car that fell off a cliff. He didn't even know where he was and who he was. This man suddenly woke up in a state that made him quite surprised. He was in a car that had just had an accident. His body was full of wounds, especially his legs, which were difficult to move. Not only that, it turned out that he was with two men who were there. But the two men had died. No matter how many times he tried to scream for help, the results were in vain. No one could hear him there. The man was trapped until the evening. Even to drink he had to collect rainwater. Not to mention the cold weather made him have to use his instincts to stay alive. He took the jacket of the dead man behind him. When morning the man was still holding on. He tried to find out who he was and how he got there. He took a piece of the car's rearview mirror and ripped the pants of the man behind him to get his wallet. In the wallet there was an identity named George. Who is he? Does the man know him? As far as he can remember, he doesn't know George. The man has survived in the car for 2 days. But day by day he had to experience terror from wild animals in the forest. There could be a bear or a jungle cat coming, and the man could be a very easy prey. When the man was looking for items that could be used to survive, he found a weapon. Who knows whose? Then from a distance he saw a woman who was surprised to see their condition. The woman came to the man while giving him drinks and food. Then the woman said that everything would be fine, but it turned out to be just a hallucination of the man. Was it true that it was just a hallucination? That night he saw a jungle cat that was preying on one of the dead men. Then he fired a shot so that the jungle cat would get away from there. The next day the man tried to break down the car door with all his might, even though it was jammed, but he kept trying until he finally succeeded. Then he saw a dog, and not long after the man passed out. When he woke up he went back to looking for items that could be used. Then he found a business card that said Raymond Plazzi. Who is he? The woman suddenly reappeared and said that the man's name was Raymond, but the man still didn't believe it. After finding the car, radio card rang and played news about a bank robbery carried out by 3 men. They were George Weave, Eric and Raymond Plazzi. The car they drove was a silver Chevrolet, the same as the car the man was riding in. The 3 of them robbed the bank and killed the bank teller, carried out by Raymond. Is it true that he killed someone? Then the man checked the trunk of the car and it turned out to be true. There was a bag containing a lot of money. The man still couldn't believe what he was doing. Then he saw another man wanting to take the money in the trunk. He wanted to ask for help from him, but the strange man ran away and didn't take all his money. As a result, the man used the money to be used as fuel for the campfire. The mysterious dog also reappeared near him. At the same time, the woman was also there. Who is she actually? In the man's imagination, he had killed the woman who worked at the bank. The next day, the man tried to get away from the accident site. Assisted by the mysterious dog, they continued to try to find a way out. The man found a bag containing snacks as a source of energy. He also shared it with his dog. The man continued his journey and found a small cave that contained a cell phone. The man took it, but unfortunately he didn't get a signal. Then he realized there was a man's body in the cave and many human bones. Maybe the cave was a jungle cat's nest, or maybe a bear. The man then continued his journey and arrived at a river. Water was very abundant here. Then he tried to cross the river, but unfortunately he was carried away by the current, and had to find a place to take shelter as night fell, especially when it was raining. Not long after, he saw a blue light from the top of the hill. The man thought the police were looking for him, but it turned out to be just his hallucination. The man felt like he had been walking for hours and even almost 2 days, but it turned out he was back at the accident site. He just went around in circles. Then the mysterious woman reappeared and watched the man cynically. The man felt intimidated by her, until he taught her a lesson and killed the woman using a weapon he found in the car. The man finally continued his journey but headed straight up, not the man. the man almost gave up. The scorching heat made him even more dehydrated, but his dog gave him a code that they were close to the road. But he had to hurry because there was a jungle cat stalking him from below. The man finally arrived on the road. Here he saw the body of a man holding a bag. The man tried to take the wallet from the body and found an identity named Raymond Plazzi. It turned out he was the one, but what really happened? The man was increasingly able to remember the events before the accident, so before that he was fighting with the woman in his hallucinations. Maybe she was his lover or his wife. Then the man bought some stuff while his girlfriend was waiting across the street. Not long after, 3 men came out of the bank with the proceeds of the robbery. They were Raymond, Eric, and George. They were chased by security, then kidnapped him to be used as a hostage. They also shot the security, then ran away while carrying the man. On the way, the man secretly put on a seatbelt, then pulled the driver's steering wheel until they all fell into a ravine. That's why he could be in a ravine. Now he remembers everything. Then the man was found by the forest police and taken to a safe place. Even the dog was just his hallucination. That was the storyline of the wrecked film. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and see you